So hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and you all know it's your boy DY, and today I'm gonna be telling you guys the day I almost lost my dream. I'll call it a dream. The day I almost lost my dream. So first of all, I want to ask you guys out there, have you ever been in such a rush that you almost miss out on something very important in your life? Well, if you've been in such situation, you can let us know in the comment section. So let me give you a brief story about how this all happened. I landed in Canada feeling excited that Canada, we here, we finally here. And little did I know that a little piece of paper could eventually change my life for the worse, because I won't say for the better, but for the worse. But it was a crazy experience, so let's dive into it. So I landed in Canada, I think on my birthday, which was May 25, 2023. And after that, feeling so very excited, I was in the line to get my study permit. And then I met at the immigration desk, there were 3 men and 1 woman. I was like, oh my god, the woman should just attend to me. I don't want to go through this, man. But then unfortunately, one of the men attended to me, and he was smiling, all smiles, asked for my document, and I gave it to him. And he was like, oh, could you sit for a minute? I'll print your study permit and get back to you. And I was like, sure. But little did I know that probably it was not supposed to be so. So I waited, and he called me, handed me my study permit, and was like, welcome to Canada, enjoy your stay. And should I say mumumi? Imagine mumumi. I not check my study permit. I didn't check the paper that I was given. Because I had a connecting flight that was going to leave in the next I think 1 hour, and I was there to find my luggage. I didn't even know. And the airport was big, so I don't want to miss my flight, because booking a flight would have been very, very expensive. And I just took the study permit and dumped it into my bag, and boom, I was on my way. But little did I know that I should have checked that. I didn't even know if maybe it just give me a piece of paper. What if it just give me one sheet that there was nothing important there? But I just dumped it into my bag and was on my way, looked for my luggage, boarded my connecting flight to my destination. And yes, where the OG started. When I landed, I think I landed towards in the afternoon at my destination time. My friends came to pick me up, bought me food, I ate, freshened up, and I slept. And being over 20 hours flight, I was exhausted, so I needed to get some rest, so I slept. Waking up the following morning oh my god, waking up the following morning, that was, I'll definitely say that has been one of the most traumatic days of my life. I woke up the next morning and I got an email from the immigration, and I asked my friend, I was like, after you landed in the country, does immigration still send you any email? And he was like, no. And I logged into my account, my immigration account, and unfortunately my study permit has been changed from 4 years to a 4-month study permit. How? I don't know. And my friend was like, oh, so where's your study permit? And I was like, did you check it? And I was like, no, I was such in a hurry. And I bought out my study permit, only to see that I was actually given a 4-month stay in Canada and not 4 years to study. I was like, what the? Immediately I sat down and I was like, what's going on here? What's this guy trying to tell me? At that moment, all my excitement vanished, completely vanished. So I was there sitting, chilling, and my friend was like, oh, maybe it was a mistake, let's call them. And I was like, what kind of mistake? You gave me a paper and then my profile updated. I was At that moment, I became so scared, like so scared. Like different things was going through my mind. Like 4 months, what the hell? But unfortunately, we had some help. Caught them, like basically caught them, and they were like, "Oh, this was why. This was why." Now I didn't look like someone that was coming to school. I was like, "What the? Was it because of my hair? Like, I don't look rascal." So then I was told on how to go about it. But one thing I'll tell you is that those 4 months was practically one of the worst days of my life. I can tell you, like, one of the worst days of my life. Every day my mouth was on the fly. Every day my mouth was on the fly. I was so scared for the 4 months period that time. But thank God, hopefully after like 4 months, we were able to like rectify it, because then they told me, "Oh, you have to go to school for the summer." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that. If that's gonna make me get my full study permit back, why not?" So I went to school for the summer, made sure I got a good grade, and I showed it to the immigration officer, and they were like, "Oh yeah," and they gave me a reversed, like a proper document this time. So, and one lesson I kind of learned from that was that no matter the kind of paper I'm being given, I'm making sure, I always make sure I check what's in it. Be it maybe you just like, you can never know what kind of information could be on. Just, you can just look at that piece of paper, like, because basically why I didn't check the study permit was like, I didn't know that they could do something like that, like give someone like 4 months or 1 month. And then first of all, like, even during those period of me trying to like figure out what's going on, there was a relief for me when I found out that, oh, I saw like two people with similar issues. I was like, oh, okay, this okay, then I'm not alone. Now I can have like a breathing space to like, my friends, oh my God, my friends made fun of me. They were like, "How come you come into a country and you're being handed over a piece of document and you don't even check it?" And I'm like, "But you don't blame me, like, I have a flight to care." That was just my carelessness and recklessness, and that almost cost me, like, it kind of cost me a lot. It financially, mentally, emotionally, like, I was going mad. But yeah, it just gave me an experience that whenever I get a piece of paper or a piece of information, I make sure I go through it, because I can never, you can never tell what's written in there. Yeah. So just go through every piece of information you are given, and hopefully someone learns from this and trying to gain experience, and never be in a rush that you forget that thing could be as important, that it could affect your life negatively, like. So never be in a rush. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Peace out. Like, share, and subscribe.